1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hey guys, it's David from Red Wagon Dioramas. It's time for my end of month video where I break down my top 6 figure pickups this month. So this is 6 figures a month for the month of September 2021. Let's get into it. First of all, number 6, right behind me. You guys all see it in the background there. The Sentinel from HasLab arrived a couple weeks ago now. I think it was earlier in the month, but I've had it boxed in the shipper and I just took it out of the cardboard tonight and I haven't opened it yet. I'm probably going to open it maybe even tomorrow. I don't know. But I'm going to put him as number 6 on the list. I'm sure, I'll have another video about him later. Some of my impressions and stuff. My sons were really excited tonight when I pulled off the shipping box and I told them we could get into it tomorrow. So I'm looking forward to that, but definitely got to put him on the list for September for being one of the top 6. And the only reason he's not higher on the list yet is I haven't opened him up and I haven't played with him yet. So number 5, I'm going to put another Marvel figure in there. If you guys know, I've been collecting the 3.75 inch Marvel Legends figures that Hasbro's been putting out. These are just 5 points of articulation, very retro style, awesome card backs. These old, throwbacks to the old style characters, little bios on the back. And Ant-Man was the one I didn't have yet. I had gotten all the rest from, I think it was wave number 3. This is from, and wave number 4 is supposed to be hitting soon. But I was at I think it was a Walmart, no, a Target, like 2 weeks ago, and I ran across him on the peg, so I picked him up. I am going to open this guy because the card's a little bent up. In fact, you know what? I think I'll open him right now for you. Let's take a look. So there you go. There's Ant-Man. I don't know if you guys are into these. I don't think a lot of people are collecting these yet, but I think it's a pretty cool line. If you didn't know, the guy behind it at Hasbro is Steve Evans, who did a lot of the Star Wars Black Series line in the early years, and he's got a lot of enthusiasm for this, and it feels like something pretty cool that they're doing. So check out these figures. You can get them at retail. Walmart, GameStop has them, Target. Articulation is very basic on these. You just have a swivel joints at the shoulders and the legs. Some of the figures have swivels at the wrist because the wrists and arms are like a rubbery plastic connected to the harder plastic of the upper arms. So I think like the Spider-Man's this way. I actually haven't opened all of them. I have a bunch of them on card up behind me on the wall because I think the cards are awesome too. But eventually I'm going to open all these guys, and I think I'm going to have like a big, I want to do like Fantastic Four, the Reed Richards building, and have like all these characters, the good guys, the bad guys, everybody, and kind of in a retro style display. So Ant-Man, he makes number 5, completes my collection of Wave 3 for this month. And I'll be looking for Wave 4 next. Number 4 on the list this month, GameStop had the new Flame Trooper from the Jedi Fallen Order video game. This is the 6-inch Black Series scale, obviously. So Flame Trooper. I have not opened him yet. I will be opening him soon. I want to compare him to the original Snow Trooper, which he's mostly reused from the Snow Trooper, with a few different details. The helmet design obviously is a kind of a callback to the Ralph McQuarrie artwork from the original films. He became available on the website, I think a week ago or so. He's pretty recent, and he arrived a couple days ago. So he's going to be a fun one to open, and like I've said before, I'm a big fan of the Jedi Fallen Order video game, so it'll be fun to put him with the display with the other figures. Number 3, I've been kind of hanging out on eBay and Mercari, watching for more of these jumbo guys as they come up. I was able to score a loose Zuckuss a couple weeks ago, and so he's just very simple, blown up version, 12-inch version of the original Kenner figure. You guys have seen these in the other videos. It's the jumbo line figures from Gentle Giant. So slowly, I'm going to kind of put the brakes on collecting these because they're just, honestly, they're expensive and they take up a lot of space. So I do have some behind me there. You can see Vader and Chewie and Leia there behind me. But I did pick up Zuckuss because I like some of these old classic characters. And there's a few more on my list that I want to get. So if you got jumbos for sale, send me a message. Let me know. But he's pretty cool. He's got a nice vinyl cape on him. Just like the original Kenner figure, which I have up there behind me on the shelf. So he makes my number, was that number 3? Yeah, he makes my number 3 for this month. All right, number 2 is another GameStop order that came in. Got the G.I. Joe Classified Snake Eyes with his buddy Timber. So I know everybody's excited about this 2-pack. If you're collecting G.I. Joe and classifieds, I mean, this is like a must-have for everybody. Everybody's really excited about them doing Timber and doing the Commando version of Snake Eyes. And, you know, they knocked it out of the park, in my opinion. I think he looks great. It's got, you know, realistic looking, you know, Uzi there and some of the other weapons. And Timber is just awesome with the articulation. If you haven't seen this figure yet, very cool. Lots of articulation, posability, 2 head sculpts. He's got a kind of a stoic face there, and an angry kind of a aggressive wolf face as well. So Snake Eyes is always one of my favorite G.I. Joe characters. I am not heavy into this line, but I couldn't pass this guy up when he came up for sale on GameStop. So picked him up, and he came in earlier than I expected. So great pickup this month. Definitely recommend these guys. So top of the list this month is going to be Vintage Kenner Star Wars. I have slowly been picking away at kind of filling in bits and pieces of my childhood collection that was missing or that I've lost over the years. So by kind of scouring eBay, Mercari, and especially the Facebook group, the ICC, great group for if you're a Star Wars collector. What is it? The Imperial Commissary. Look those guys up on Facebook. And I picked up some great weapons and accessories to kind of fill out some of my figures. So it's kind of a lot of things here. I threw a couple orders, but I was able to get a blaster, you know, the rifle for Bosk here. This is my childhood Bosk, which I had lost the gun to many, many decades ago. So got a replacement for that. I also picked up a staff for Bib Fortuna here. Now this bib was not my childhood bib. This actually belonged to a friend of mine. It was his childhood figure, but he didn't have the staff either. So I picked up the staff. You know, it's the $10. You end up spending just as much on the weapons for these figures as you do for the figures, and sometimes a lot more. For example, I finally got the blaster pistol for Luke here from Return of the Jedi. So that little blaster pistol, man, that is hard to find. So now I have my Jedi Luke complete, which is awesome. And I never had this version of Luke as a kid, though it was always my favorite character. So I'm very excited to have him all complete for my shelf. And then finally, along the same lines, I was able to complete Endor Leia here. Now, this is my childhood Leia. And but I had lost the blaster pistol and I had lost the helmet. So I was able to pick up a helmet and the blaster this week from a guy in the Facebook group. And so thank you for that. And very excited to fill in these, to fill out my collection this way. Finally, I got a tip on a local yard sale in my not too far from my house, like 20 minutes away. And it was a guy who was selling some of his old collectibles. And I was able to grab one of these Star Wars cases off of him. So it's pretty cool. It has the insert in it, and you know, I never had one of these as a kid either, and so you know, it's got the inserts, it's got the UPC cut out of it, but it's in pretty decent shape, and gave me a good price on it. So very excited. So that rounds out the top picks of this month with the Vintage Kenner figures. Great month of collecting. Honestly, it was very busy. Work was very busy this month, so I didn't have a lot of time to focus on it, but you still find yourself picking up things here and there. And especially when a deal comes along on, like in the Facebook groups or on eBay or something, you got to kind of pounce on those and get them quick, or otherwise they go. I want to say thank you to everybody who watches these videos. I know it's not my normal, you know, diorama thing, but it's fun to connect with you guys. I know a bunch of you are collectors like me, and it's fun to see what other people are into and picking up. So leave me comments. I love the comments. Let me know what you guys got this month, what you're excited about, what you're waiting on. So that's it. 6 figures a month for September 2021. Thank you for watching, and may the Force be with you.